was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome in to tonight's action at the Battle for the Springhouse in the boys' championship game for the tournament. Tonight, your matchup will be against Morgantown High School, defending 4A state champions, and the Huntington Highlanders from Huntington, West Virginia. This is John Smith. We're glad to have you with the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network here tonight. We want to thank you for tuning in. And let's meet the starters for both programs.
Let's meet the starting lineups. First from the visiting team from Huntington High School. A senior, number 2, Johnson.
Mikey Johnson for Huntington High.
A junior, number 3, Avante Crawford.
Avante Carpet, number 3.
A junior, number 5, Tavian
Chandler, number 5.
A senior, number 11, Jaden Clark.
Number 11, Jaden Clark. And to round out your starting 5,
number 33,
Tavion Wilson. Your starters for Morgantown High will be number 2, Izzy Everett. Number 3, Jacob King. Number 5, the West Virginia Player of the Year candidate, Sherron Young. Number 10, Jay Shrewsbury. And number 32, Brady Savage. Last night here at the Battle for the Springhouse, Sherron Young broke the record that was held for 60-some years by Jay Jacobs, a former player at WVU. That's an impressive record to break. And not only an impressive record, but what better place to break that record than the historical hotel,
the senior, number 3, Jacob King.
We're glad to have you again on the Greenbrier Valley Channel
for
the boys' championship game at the Battle for the Springhouse at the Greenbrier American Resorts.
A senior, number 10, Jay Shrewsbury. And a junior, number 32, Brady Savage.
Both starting lineups have been introduced and have taken the floor. They're going to meet with their respective coaches just for a few seconds, and then this game will be going.
And head coach, David Tallman.
Morgantown will be wearing their traditional white uniforms with red numerals. Huntington will wear their gold jerseys with the green numerals and Huntington across the chest. Morgantown will have blue across their chest with Morgantown. Your tip is get ready to be set underway. It'll be King and Johnson for the tip. Huntington controls the ball. Clark has the ball coming across the court. Clark setting up play, gets the ball to Crawford. Crawford has the ball, getting pressure up front by Savage. Pass over to the left to Clark. Back up top to Tavion Wilson. Wilson has the ball. He's driving in. Wilson takes his ball to the hoop. Passes it out to Tavion Chandler. Back to Chandler. Over to Crawford. Back up with Tavion Wilson with the rebound. Timeout, Morgantown. We'll take it with them here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel. And welcome back. After the timeout, Morgantown has the ball. Coming across court. Up top, Everett. Everett over to King. King back up top to Jay Shrewsbury. Over to Sherron Young. Inside to King, but bounces off his face. And a stole by Clark. Clark goes to hoop and foul by Sherron Young. Fouls on Sherron. First foul for him. First team foul of this quarter. 7:10 to go. 2-0 score in the favor of Huntington. Up. Basket's good. Up. Basket is good. 4-0 in favor of Huntington. Sherron Young brings the ball up court fast, passes it over to Shrewsbury, back to Sherron, up top to King, over on the left to Everett, back to Sherron. Sherron for a three is deep and it's no good. Rebound inside by King, back to Sherron. He drives, he goes up and bucket is good. Sherron Young with his first two of the quarter. Over to Tavion Wilson. Wilson inside, he drives, he fumbles the ball, gets it back to Clark. Up top to Tavion, over to Clark, or over to Chandler. Back up top to Mikey Johnson. Inside to Wilson, but the ball is mishad, but it stays in Huntington's possession.
54.
Crawford will bring the ball in to play. He's getting the ball up top to Clark. Clark has possession. Clark calls the play out loud, setting up the offense over on the right to Mikey Johnson. Mikey makes a move on King. Goes inside, drives in. Bucket is missed. Rebound by Savage. Pulling the ball up the court is Sherron Young. Over to King. King has a good matchup there. Over to Jay Shrewsbury. And a three by Shrewsbury. 5-4 game. 6:08 to go. There's pressure applied by Morgantown. Clark has the ball. Inside to Wilson. Wilson walks. Turnover. Ball goes to Morgantown. King will bring the ball into play by Sherron Young, to Sherron Young. Sherron Young has the ball. Young across court with the ball, setting up the play. He is matched up with Mikey Johnson, probably the two best players that you will see on this court the rest of the night. Young, guarded by Johnson. Young goes up, ball's up, no good. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson gets the ball over to Crawford. Crawford brings the ball across court. Over inside to Wilson. Wilson takes it up. Wilson shoots, scores. But over fast on the court is Everett. The ball goes so fast we can't even make the transition with him. Everett makes the play, but there's a foul by King. That's King's first of the quarter, team's second. 8-6 game here at the Battle for the Spring House. Johnson gets the ball into Crawford. Crawford getting pressured by Shrewsbury. Crawford sets up the play. Inside to Wilson. Over to Crawford, and Crawford for a three. No good. Young has the ball. Over to Everett on the left. Everett has the ball driving in. Passes out to King for three, and booyah! There is a three by King. Cross court, possession. They're saying the possession stays here with Huntington. Both teams are super fast and athletic teams on the floor. Probably the two athletic teams you'll see in the tournament are here on the court right now. Very fast-paced offense, very fast-paced game you're going to witness. Crawford with the ball. Crawford setting up the play, drives inside. He gets a 5-second call for close guarding applied. King set to bring the ball in to Young. Young has the ball. Young drives across the court. Setting up the play. Inside to King. King inside to Everett, and it is blocked by Clark. Crawford has the ball. Bringing the ball across court, he settles down, sets up the offense. Pass to Mikey Johnson. Johnson has the ball. He drives inside, drives back out, drives back in. And there is a foul, and it looks like it is going to be a charge. And that will be Mikey Johnson's first foul. Coming into the game for Morgantown will be number 21, Margie Johnson, and number 31, Waylon Kalistra. Margie Johnson brings the ball up the court. Coach Tallman calls out Miami. Ball over to Everett. Everett, ball up top to King. Back to Sharon Young. Young to Everett. Young over to Johnson, and he shoots no good. Blocked by Tavion Wilson. Comes down with authority. Clark across the court. Over to Mikey Johnson. Johnson tries to drive. Cross court pass to Tavian Chandler. Everett, ball, good! 3 points for, and there is a timeout by Huntington, where you have the score 14-6 with 3:43 to go in the first quarter. We will take this break with them. And welcome back. Huntington has the ball. Mikey over across court. Oh, but there is a turnover. King has the ball. He passes over Sharon. Sharon shoots for the three, and the three is up. No good. Rebound by Tavion Wilson. Wilson gets over to Johnson. Johnson gets the ball deflected by Jacob King of Morgantown. Johnson set to inbound the play. Inbounds the play to Likely. Likely is a new player in for Huntington. Likely has the ball. He's a fast, shifty player. He can shoot as well. Back over to Johnson. Johnson up top, getting guarded by King. Transitions the ball over to Chandler. Chandler is dribbling around. Chandler has to pick up his dribble. Tries to get the ball back to Likely. But inside to Clark. Clark takes the shot, and it's up and good. Jaden Clark with 4 on this first quarter. Ball across court already over to Everett. Everett's up. Ball's no shot, no good. Staying here with Morgantown. Morgantown's bringing the ball in to King. King has the ball, getting guarded by Chandler. Turns the ball over because of defensive pressure. Johnson has the ball. Johnson's driving. Johnson looks over to Clark. Clark pulls it back out. Clark drives in the paint. Passes it back out to Likely. Likely has the ball. Sets the play back up. Comes to the top of the possession where King will be on him. King is about a 6'5", 6'6" player playing on the point guard, but he is in a defensive presence out there. Oh, and he makes the presence. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a good play right there by Jacob King. Great play by Jacob King. He drives to the hoop, scores 2. Crawford with the ball over to Chandler. Chandler back up top to Johnson. Johnson drives. He takes the ball, shoots, no good. Rebound. Morgantown. Morgantown has the ball to Young. Young's pushing the ball up the court. Over to King. King for a 3. Good. Likely has the ball, bringing the ball across the court. He's struggling to get the ball across the court with the pressure from Morgantown. Clark has the ball back to Johnson. Johnson up top. He drives. Johnson passes the ball over. Likely in the corner. Likely shoots 3. No good. Johnson has the ball. Johnson sets the ball back to King. King says, I'll take another one. And booyah! He makes it. King is sitting at 11 points. And we have a timeout again by Huntington. with 1:25 to go in this first quarter is 22-8 in the favor of Morgantown High. We'll take it with them here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
Experience the warmth of the season as wintertime comes to life. Outdoor adventures mingled with seasonal foods, wines, and entertainment January 5th through March 9th. Whether sipping on a unique winter cocktail around a cozy fire, taking an enthusiastic splash in the heated indoor pool, or bundled up tight as you glide gracefully around the ice skating rink, you'll be refreshed and energized by a winter excursion to America's resort. For more information, visit Greenbrier.com.
And welcome back on the Greenbrier Valley Channel. We are producing the battle for the Spring House here at the Greenbrier, the American Resort. In the championship boys game tonight, you have Morgantown High School playing Huntington. We're glad you're tuning in with us. If you're just joining us, there is a 22-8 lead Morgantown over Huntington in the first quarter with 1:25 to go. Coach Tallman's team from Morgantown started out slow, but man, they have been on the move since. Huntington will gain possession right here after the timeout. Huntington looks to get the ball in, likely has the ball, passes over to Clark. Clark on the right. Clark drives. Clark passes it back to Chandler. Chandler goes up. 2 points, good. Morgantown has the ball, bringing the ball across. Margie Johnson with the ball. Johnson going to the left elbow. Over to Shrewsbury. Back up top, but it's stolen by Chandler. Chandler goes up, and, he dunks it, but he misses the dunk. Shrewsbury gets the rebound over to Fry. Fry goes in, drives, passes it back out to Kalisha. Kalisha, three, no good. Kalisha gets his own rebound, bounces off of Fry's knee over to Johnson. Johnson drives, makes a spin move, up and no good. Rebound by Chandler, but comes off the hands and goes out of bounds. Morgantown brings the ball into play, gets the ball over to Jay Shrewsbury. Jay Shrewsbury back up top to Everett. Everett over in the corner to over on the elbow to Johnson. Back to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury drives back out to Johnson. Johnson sets up the offense. Clark on him. Fry back in on the elbow, brings it up to the top, over to Shrewsbury, back to Johnson. Looks like they're running a motion offense here, ladies and gents. Over to Fry. Fry back to Johnson. Johnson inside to Kalisha. Kalisha goes up, two, and good. Body block is what they're saying there on Johnson. That is Margie Johnson's first. Coming out of the game is Kalisha. Coming into the game is Savage for Morgantown. Likely with the ball. Passes up top to Clark. Clark drives. Shoots it back out to Chandler for a three. No good. And after the first quarter, your score 24-10. Morgantown over Huntington here at the Battle for the Spring House at the Greenbrier American Resort. We will be back shortly with you after this break. And welcome back. We are here at the Battle for the Spring House in the Championship Boys Division, where Morgantown High School is playing Huntington High School for the championship to bring the Spring House trophy home. Your score 24-10 in favor of Morgantown. Morgantown has the ball. Morgantown will bring the ball across court. From right to left, Morgantown inside to Johnson. Johnson has the ball. He tells Sharon Young, get out of the way. I'll run this offense right now. Gets it up to Shrewsbury, over to Young. back up top to Johnson. Over to King on the elbow for a three, and no good, but Likely's there for a rebound for Huntington. Huntington gets the ball across Chandler. It's driving down. Chandler up, shot, booyah, he's in. That's 2 for him. But Morgantown wasting no time to come across the court. Savage with the ball up, no good. King gets a rebound. King goes up and fouled. Foul goes on. Goal 33 they call, and that will be Tavion Wilson. On the line to shoot 2, Jacob King. Jacob King's first shot up and good. 25-12 is your score. 7:26 to go in the first half. Coming into play is number 25 for Huntington. New face. Didn't see him play last night at all. It's Antonio Taylor. Ball's up and off the mark. Likely with the rebound. Passes over to Taylor. Taylor drives. Fumble with the ball a little bit. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson back up top. Likely inside. Trying to hit Chandler, but it comes off his fingers and leads to a turnover going to Morgantown. King looking to get the ball into play to Johnson. Does so. Johnson walks the ball up. Gets instructions from Coach Tallman. Passes it over to Shrewsbury. Up top to Savage. Back over to Johnson on the right wing. Up top to Sharon. Sharon fumbles with the ball, but luckily had a player there. Jay Shrewsbury was there to get it. Sharon goes inside, drives in, gets fouled in the end. 1 for Sharon. The foul is on number 2, and that will be on number 2, yes, and that will be Mikey Johnson. That will be his second. Ladies and over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury up top for 3, and it's good. Here. Johnson with the ball goes up, no good. Lapsley with the ball. Lapsley over to Clark. Clark has the ball. Clark up top. Clark to Johnson. Johnson drives. Has nothing there. Stolen by Sharon Young. Sharon up court. Buckets. 2 more for Sharon. Ball's in. Clark has the ball. Trying to get across the pressure that's applied. And he fumbles with the ball. It's a turnover. Johnson has the ball for Morgantown. But turnover again by Morgantown. And it somehow goes into the possession of Shrewsbury. He makes a nasty pass to Sharon Young. And a timeout by Huntington. 35-12 to go in this second quarter. 5:56 to go. We will take it with them on the Greenbrier Valley Channel. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Greenbrier, where you have the Battle for the Springhouse Boys Championship game. Morgantown High versus Huntington High. Score 35-12 in the favor of Morgantown. We do apologize for the mishap on the game for Isaiah Lapsley. I don't know if their bookkeeper at Morgantown was thinking that the Ravens was playing today, but had likely wrote down. So we do apologize, but we'll fix that. In the meantime, Clark gets the ball, tries to drive in, but comes off his hands and goes to the possession of Huntington again. Over to Johnson, up top to Lapsley. Lapsley has the ball. Lapsley gets the ball back to Johnson. Johnson drives. Gets a foul call on him by the ref to number 3, Jacob King. He's not real for sure what he did, but he's just asking. Checking into the game, Max Fry. Max Fry is a very talented individual for Morgantown. He can shoot the ball, but he plays a big man position as well. Johnson brings the ball in to Chandler. Chandler has the ball, drives, dishes it back out to Johnson. Johnson's looking for something to open up. Sees Taylor give him a pick. Still drives. Lapsley with the ball. Over to Chandler. Chandler trying to make something happen. The defensive presence by Morgantown is tough. Lapsley with the ball. Lapsley to Johnson. Johnson drives. Goes up. Buckets go good. Rebound by Fry. Fry passes the ball to Young. Young driving. Young dishes out to Everett on the left wing. He drives. Shot up and no good. But he does go to the charity line where he's going to shoot 2. Looks like the foul is on Antonio Taylor. Basket's up. No good. Coming back into the game is Tavion Wilson. Tavion's coming in for Antonio Taylor. Basket's up and good. 36-12 in favor of Morgantown High. Chandler has the ball. Over to Clark. Clark drives. He goes up. Bucket is no good. He doesn't get the lucky bounce. Rebound by Savage. Savage gets it to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury to Young. Young to Fry in the corner. Fry shoots and no good, but rebound by Savage. Savage goes up. No good. Savage goes up again. And good this time. Comes down with a little bit of authority and excitement on that play. Huntington has the ball. Lapsley has it over to Johnson, but turnover to Sharon Young. Sharon is looking, making sure he has an open shot. He does, and it goes in. Scores 42-12 here in the second quarter. Chandler goes up, tries to make the bucket. He gets fouled by Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury looks at his coach and says, I know what I did wrong. He comes off his feet. 40-12 with 4:17 to go in this second quarter. Chandler to shoot 2. First one in and out. Coming into the game, Marty Johnson. Marty's going to check out Jay Shrewsbury. Second shot up. No good. Rebound, Sharon Young. Sharon brings the ball up from the top. Passes over Savage. Back to Sharon. He shoots in. It's buckets. Ladies and gentlemen, if he isn't the player of the year, you're going to have to convince me otherwise because he is a talented individual. Harris with the ball, or Johnson with the ball. He goes up. Oh, nobody comes down. He's home his knee. We hope he's okay. He looks like he's getting up. Thank goodness for that. Johnson brings the ball to Everett. Everett brings the ball across court. Johnson has the ball. Up to Young. Young at the top of the key. Passes inside to Kalisha. Back to Young. Oh, and the defensive pressure there by Huntington.
Can we go turkey? Turkey!
Causes not a turnover, but a great possession to stop Sharon Young from being able to drive to the basket. Sharon gets the inbound play, goes up for 3, no good. Rebound by Everett. Everett goes up. Rebound by Fry. Goes up and no good. Rebound by Kalisha. But they're saying that's over the back on Kalisha, and they're going to say that is Huntington ball. Crawford to Lapsley. Lapsley brings the ball across court. Lapsley up top. Lapsley tries to drive. Gets the ball back to Crawford. Crawford has the ball. He's getting pressured by Margie Johnson. Gets the ball to Clark. Clark drives. Clark goes up. Clark gets blocked by Kalisha. Rebound by Young. Young is driving the ball back to Fry. Fry goes in. Fry is up, and it is good. Clark is going to race back, though, and try to get this possession in. He does not. Looks like it goes off the hands of Tavion Wilson, trying to get the rebound, and we'll go Morgantown. Checking back into the game is Jay Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury is coming in for Sharon Young. 2:55 to go in this quarter. In this half, 45-12 lead by Morgantown. Johnson has the ball, brings it across court, picked by Kalisha. Johnson goes all the way to the basket, and it is a foul call on Clark. Johnson will go up, shoot two. .2:44 to go in this half. Score 45-12. First shot up. Good. Margie Johnson with a chance to put his team up 47-12 if he makes his basket. Basket up. Good. Huntington has the ball. Huntington gets the ball into Lapsley. Lapsley over to Wilson. Wilson drives. He is not going to be stopped. He's going in, and here's a bucket. Morgantown is fast to bring the ball back into play. Margie Johnson has the ball walking up the court. Getting a little pressure by Clark. Over to Shrewsbury. Back to Everett. Back to Johnson. Johnson drives. Takes Clark to the hoop. Misses, and Wilson gets the ball. He's quick to give it back to Mikey Johnson with a nasty dunk. He lays it down. And we're here. And he gets the steal again. Is he going to put another one in? And he does. He puts another one in. Coach Thomas says he sees enough. He's putting the West Virginia Player of the Year candidate Sharon Young back into the game. Timeout. Morgantown. 47-18 with 2:01 to go. Here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel. We will be back soon. And welcome back here at the Greenbrier and beautiful White Sulphur Springs for the Battle of the Spring House in the boys championship game where you have Morgantown High School playing Huntington Highlanders. 47-18 is the score, and you get the ball back to Johnson. Johnson has the ball. Over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury back up top to Young. Young over to Fry. Fry back up top to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury to the corner to Johnson. Johnson up top to Sharon. Sharon over to Fry in the corner for three. No good. But rebound by Jay Shrewsbury over to Kalisha. Kalisha to Johnson. Back to from Johnson to Young. Back to Johnson to Young. Back to Fry. And Fry drives. And it is up and good. Lapsley with the ball for Huntington. Gets the ball over to Mikey Johnson. Johnson has the ball. He had two phenomenal dunks just a few minutes ago. Back to Lapsley. Lapsley over to Crawford. Crawford back to Johnson. Johnson up top, looking to take a shot, but doesn't. Clark drives. He takes a shot. It's up and good. 49-20 is your score with a minute to go at halftime. Sharon brings the ball across the court. Up top to Johnson. Johnson passes it over to Fry. Fry's getting guarded by Crawford. Back to Kalisha. Kalisha back over to Johnson. Johnson to Young. Young up top. He takes a shot. Three up. No good. Rebound by Kalisha. He gives it back to Young. Young passes it inside on a beautiful play to Shrewsbury. Johnson has the ball. Bringing the ball across court. Passes over to Clark. Clark takes a shot. It's a three, and it is good. 51-23 is your score with 20 seconds to go in this quarter. Johnson brings the ball up the court, getting some pressure by Clark.
Push it, push it, push it.
Clark drives, then Johnson drives, puts it back out. Young has Johnson on him. And it is turned over. And that will do it for the half with your score, 51-23. We will be back shortly here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
Experience the warmth of the season as wintertime comes to life at the Greenbrier. Enjoy an exceptional array of indoor and outdoor adventures mingled with seasonal foods, wines, and entertainment January 5th through March 9th. Whether sipping on a unique winter cocktail around a cozy fire, taking an enthusiastic splash in the heated indoor pool, or bundled up tight as you glide gracefully around the ice skating rink, you'll be refreshed and energized by a winter excursion to America's resort. For more information, visit Greenbrier.com.
And live drug-free lifestyles.
Become a game changer so that we can make a difference with young people, and that'll help us all in our society in the future.
I'm a game changer, and we can defeat this opponent.
Vince Lombardi once said, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, and a society work. As game changers, we are committed to working together to prevent drug use before it starts. 4 years ago, Game Changer was an ambitious dream. Today, thanks to your individual commitment, we can see it's working. It's working for our kids. It's working for our families. It's working for our communities. You can see it in the numbers. 50. That's the number of Game Changer schools now up and running in 18 West Virginia counties with our prevention education programs in collaboration with the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation. Game Changer is rolling. Over 100 students from our Game Changer pilot high schools and middle schools and their Game Changer coaches have completed peer leadership training since instruction began in late January. These young leaders participated in Hazelden Betty Ford Prevention Solution staff presentations on opioid and substance misuse and performed exercises in public speaking and role-playing. We are seeing Game Changer student leaders take ownership of these groups and develop exponentially as public speakers. These leaders will carry the Game Changer Healthy Lifestyles message to their peers and to younger students throughout West Virginia. They will spearhead a cultural shift in our West Virginia schools and communities. 4. Intensive student education seminars are an important component of our Game Changer elementary school prevention education programs. These forums help students develop healthy habits, alert students to the risks of substance misuse, and help them develop skills to resist drug use. They show young people how to find and keep support, how to obtain substance-free healthy highs, and build resiliency around adverse childhood experiences. Over 20,000 students have toured the Game Changer-sponsored DEA Drugs Cost and Consequences exhibit at the West Virginia Culture Center this winter. 35,000 West Virginia students have attended in-school screenings of the Game Changer One Pill Can Kill long-form video, and thousands of young West Virginians have watched it online. The video is a key component of our One Pill Can Kill fentanyl prevention education program. Produced in collaboration with the United States Drug Enforcement Administration and the Discovery Channel, the program includes a parent toolkit designed to help parents learn about the opioid problem and open up lines of communication with their children in the home setting. There have been over 4 million views of Game Changer One Pill Can Kill video and display ads on Facebook, Snapchat, Hulu, and other platforms favored by young West Virginians. These ads warn young people of the dangers of playing Russian roulette with fentanyl-laced pills purchased online and link to the One Pill Can Kill video. Over 172,000 unique visits to our Game Changer Facebook page. And our Game Changer website has served blogs, helpful articles, and news posts to over 80,000 visitors. We continue to post new content each month to both our website and Facebook page to inform our team members and support young visitors. The numbers tell the story. Game Changer is working, up and running, and in full swing. In 4 short years, we've come farther than we ever dreamed. But there is much to do. The moment you have arrived is the perfect time to start out again. With your continued commitment, we will save a generation of West Virginians from opioid and substance misuse and tragic death from fentanyl. Let's keep Game Changer working for our kids, our families, and our communities.
The opioid crisis came in 3 waves. More than 2 decades ago, the first wave. Big drug companies started pushing out stronger and stronger addictive pain pills, getting hundreds of thousands of Americans irrevocably hooked and hijacking people's lives. When the prescription crackdown finally came, the second wave hit. People struggling with addiction were forced to turn to the street, where heroin was cheaper than black market pharmaceuticals. But compared to prescribed pills, heroin was unpredictable and dangerous. Many lost their lives. Now, the third wave is cresting. The crisis has taken a new, even darker turn with the advent of a synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin. It's called fentanyl. It's a stone-cold killer, and it's ending up in everything.
I got you. Hi. Stacy Myers is coming out front to give you your your coach's pass thing to get in here if you want to come in here. You can go straight up to the room too. She'll show you where the elevator is. She's okay. And then as soon as it's over, I'll be there. Or you get unpacked or whatever, and you can come down here. All right, you just let me. All right, well, she's supposed to bring you the stuff. All right. All right, let go.
America's resort to Greenbrier is battle for the Spring House. Spring House, battle for the Spring House. Battle for the Spring House.
Partner right down the lane, jams it home. Wow. Greenbrier gets it back and scores to tie the game.
Long three-pointer up and in.
And off the glass and scored. Three-pointer is good. Wow. What a shot. Kitty open for a three.
Oh, my goodness.
Got a tie game again. Just a big block on the other end. Open again. 5-3. Hits it. Another big three for the win.
And welcome back to action here at the second half resumes with Huntington gaining session. And it looks like turnover by Huntington to Sharon Young. Sharon over court inside. Oh, but the misair pass by Jacob Kidd. The catch from Jacob Kidd was there by Sharon Young's pass. 7:44 to go. 51-23. Start of the second half is approaching now. Crawford has the ball, passes it inside to Johnson. Johnson has it, drives the ball down the court. Johnson up top getting guarded by King. Johnson drives all the way, doesn't say anything other than, I'm going to make that bucket. He does. Sharon Young passes it over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury back to Young. Young over top to King. King to Everett. Everett on the corner. Passes it to Shrewsbury up top. Over to Young. Young to Savage. Savage drives. He doesn't like what he gets. But then there's a turnover back to Clark. And Clark passes it to Johnson. And Johnson, that's his third dunk of the night. Savage to Everett. Everett to Young. Young up top. Calls the play out. Over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury up top to Savage. Over to King. Inside to Shrewsbury. He makes the defender jump. Pump fakes and goes up and makes the basket. 53-27. Ball back in. Crawford has the ball. Driving the ball down the court. Over to Chandler. Chandler to Johnson. Johnson up top. Johnson over to Crawford. Crawford back to Johnson. Johnson's calling for a pick but doesn't get it. Chandler on the elbow to your left. Gets the ball. Over to the corner to Tavion Wilson. Wilson brings it up. Oh, he makes a little move. Drives inside but back out to Johnson where the pass is not the greatest pass that you could have threw and it causes a turnover. Mikey Johnson is a fantastic football player as well. So, you know if he isn't catching that, there's a reason. Sharon Young has the ball. Brings the ball across half court. Sharon passes it to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury's on the corner. Up top to Savage. Over in the corner to King. Back to Everett inside. No good. Clark has the ball, but it is turned over to Sharon Young. Sharon over to Everett. Everett up. Basket's good. Tavion Wilson brings the ball in to Clark. Clark dribbles the ball half the back court up to the front court. Getting pressure by Shrewsbury. Turnover to Sharon Young. Sharon goes up and he makes that play happen, but they call a block because what is the key there? He is under the basket, so that is not a charge. That is a blocking foul. 57-27, 5:38 to go in this third quarter. Morgantown up by 30 points over Huntington High. Sharon Young up, bucket, miss, rebound by Wilson. Johnson drives it down the floor fast. Goes up, takes a shot, no good. Rebound, King to Sharon Young. He pushes the ball for Morgantown, up to Everett. Everett drives, shoots, scores. Chandler has the ball for Huntington, passes over to Lapsley, back to Chandler, up top to Wilson. Wilson fumbles the ball around. King takes the ball. King passes it over to Everett on the three. Everett doesn't like the call. He does get a blocking foul call on Mikey Johnson. Coming into the game for the first time here at the Greenbrier Resort for the Battle of the Springhouse is Max Bowen. Lapsley looks to bring the ball in on the full court pressure applied by Morgantown. Johnson has the ball, brings it across court. Johnson's looking to make a play. He tries to drive. He goes from the elbow of the foul line, makes it in buckets for Mikey Johnson. Sharon Young brings the ball up for Morgantown, pushes the ball up fast, looks to drive, doesn't like what he sees, passes out Shrewsbury on the wing, up, good, 3, Shrewsbury. Lapsley has the ball, quickly gets the ball in, over to Brohan. Brohan up top to Lapsley. Lapsley with a 3, good! King with the ball. King is a talented individual, 6'6", and dribbles the ball like he's a point guard. King back up top, takes the bucket, shoots it, boom. He also shoots it like he's a guard. Johnson with the ball. Johnson's driving. Johnson's getting double teamed by Everett and King. Throws it out to Crawford. Crawford inside to Tavion Wilson, but it is a mishap, and it goes in the possession of Sharon Young and Morgantown High. Over in the corner to Everett for a 3. Mikey Johnson with the ball, driving across court. Johnson to Lapsley. Lapsley has the ball, getting pressured by Sharon Young. Gets it finally across court. And has to pick up his dribble. He's looking for some help. He doesn't have any help. He's looking for something. 5-second close call, and it's going into the possession of Morgantown on the great defensive stand. 3:44 to go in this third quarter. 68-32. Sharon Young has the ball. Morgantown gains possession off of the 5-second close call. Ever up top, over to the wing for King, and it's a 3, no good. But Jay Shrewsbury's right there to regain the rebound. It's 70-32 in favor of Morgantown over Huntington High. Johnson drives. Johnson's closely guarded by King. Johnson steps back from the elbow of the foul line, no good. Looks like it comes off the hands of number 44, Max Brohan, for the Huntington Highlanders. And there's a mass substitutions for both teams. First for Huntington will be number 25, Antonio Taylor, making his guest appearance back into this game. And then you have Mark Johnson, number 21, and Waylon Kalisha that's came back into the game for Morgantown. King with the ball on the elbow. Back up top to Everett. Everett to Sharon. Sharon back to Johnson. Up top. It looks like they're running a motion offense. He's trying to give to Everett. Everett does get it. Drives inside. Doesn't like what he has, but he's going to go up, and it gets a block. But there is a foul. It looks like body by number 25, Antonio Taylor. That's his second. Everett with the ball. Everett goes up, shoot, buckets, good. Checking into the game, Max Fry for Morgantown High. He's going to take out Jacob King. .256 to go in this third quarter. Morgantown up 71-32 over Huntington High. Ball's up, good. Everett makes his second. Pressure applied by Morgantown. Morgantown is causing a fit. Antonio Taylor with the ball, tips it to Johnson, but Sharon takes it, picks it, and goes up. 2 points is good. 74-32 in favor of Morgantown. Pressure still being applied by Morgantown. Johnson gets the ball across court. He goes up, passes over to Brohan, and Brohan misses the possession. Chandler comes in, takes out Brohan for the contest. Fry gets the ball into Margie Johnson. Margie Johnson almost went cross court with. He liked what he saw, but he backed out. Kalisha with the pick. He rolls up top to Sharon Young for a 3. No good. Air balls. Kalisha with the ball. Gets it back into Sharon. Sharon goes up. He gets fouled. Looks like it's going to either be on number 25, Antonio Taylor. And it is. on Antonio Taylor, and that looks like it's Antonio's third foul for this contest. 74-32, 2:20 to go in this third quarter. Sharon Young back to the line. Sharon shot up, missed. Shots up, in. Sub comes in. Sharon Young comes out. Jay Shrewsbury comes in. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Huntington has the ball. Trying to bring it in is Mikey Johnson. Mikey Johnson throws it into Lapsley. Lapsley's trapped in the corner but gets it out to Chandler. Chandler over to Clark. Clark looks to go inside but passes back out to Chandler. Chandler for a three, no good. Up is Mikey Johnson, but he gets fouled by Jay Shrewsbury. They call it on the floor, so Johnson looks to take the ball out. Gets the ball inside. Looks like they have a jump ball, and it's going to go in the possession of Morgantown High. 75-32, 2:09 to go in this third quarter here at the Greenbrier for the Battle for the Springhouse Championship Edition. Margie Johnson drives, but he misses. Passes over to Clark. Clark gets the ball inside. Clark is a very talented player for Huntington High, ladies and gentlemen. He is special. Margie Johnson has the ball. Margie's getting some pressure by Lapsley. Lapsley. Johnson over to Ever. Ever up. No good. Rebound by Mikey Johnson, but taken out of his hands by Jay Shrewsbury. Huntington has the ball. Clark going down. Clark over to Chandler. Chandler tries to drive. Makes a move. Goes up in, and it's getting physical, but it is a great game to watch here. Margie Johnson with the ball coming across on the top of the key. Passes it to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury up. No good. Rebound. Wilson. Wilson has the ball for Huntington. Huntington passes it over to Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. Takes a step back. Shoots. Booyah. Three-ya. 77-39 with 55 seconds to go in this ball game. Or in this third quarter, I apologize. Margie Johnson with the ball. Johnson over to Fry. Fry up top to Kalisha. Over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury inside to Fry. Fry gets it blocked, but Kalisha's there for a rebound. He goes up. Buckets! .33, Tavion Wilson with the foul. Tavion's not for sure why he got the foul called, but he was off his feet, and that could have been the reason why they called that foul. Coming into the game is number 21 for Huntington. Number 21 will be Ari Caprino. 7-9, 36 seconds to go in this quarter. Kalisha shots up, buckets. Wilson has the ball, passes it over to Chandler. Chandler passes it to Clark. Clark inside, basket's good, gets the foul call. 21 White, Margie Johnson. Coach Tallman doesn't like what he sees. Coach Tallman is bringing his starters back in. Savage, Young, King will replace Fry, Kalisha, and Margie Johnson.
Got it.
Sharon with the ball. Over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury back to Ever. Over in the corner to Savage. Savage up top of Shrewsbury. Over to King. King back to Savage. Over to Young. Young has the ball. It looks all but it's air, and it causes a turnover going in the way of Huntington. Huntington has the ball. Huntington drives. Dunk! Oh, but he misses that one. It would have been 4 for 4 if it was that one for Mikey Johnson. But at the end of the third, score 80-42 in favor of Morgantown High. We will be back shortly on the Greenbrier Valley channel. And welcome back on the Greenbrier Valley channel. We have the battle for the Springhouse Championship game in the boys division where the Americans Resort, where Morgantown High has a comfy lead 80-42 over Huntington High. Both quality programs here, and it looks like Morgantown will have a chance to gain this trophy for the first time if they can continue the success they have had in this game. Clark has the ball. Clark brings the ball up court. He will pass it over to Johnson. Johnson's driving, but Johnson has no luck. And it's picked out of his pocket, but he regains it. Over to Caprino. Caprino has the ball. Caprino dribbles, but Caprino's close to that line, but luckily he gets away with it. Johnson has the ball. Johnson goes up, passes over to Caprino. Caprino drives, goes up, no good. Rebound, Sharon Young. Young passes the ball, tipped by Huntington, stays in possession of Morgantown. Johnson brings the ball in to Young. Young has the ball. Young's up top of the key. Young to the corner. Pass over to King up top. Three-pointer no good, but rebound by Savage. King gets the ball, passes it inside. Over on the corner, Sharon. Back up top to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury for three, no good. Rebound is out of bounds to Huntington High School. Chandler with the ball. Chandler on the elbow. Chandler passes over to Caprino. Caprino with King on top of him, best defensive player that Morgantown has. Up to Wilson. Wilson drives. Wilson goes in. Wilson is not going to be denied, but misses the shot. Rebound by Savage. Savage over to Young. Young drives the ball across court. Back to Savage. Savage up. No good, but bounces off the backboard. It should have been goaltending, but wasn't called, so Sharon Young puts it in and makes it 2 points anyways. Chandler has the ball. Chandler over on the top of the key. Drives. Chandler to Clark. Clark has the ball, looking for some answers. Doesn't have much to choose from at the moment. Gets the ball over to Mikey Johnson. Mikey has the ball. Dribbling across and trying to make something happen. Makes some magic. He goes up, and the basket's up. No good. Rebound by Jay Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury passes it up to Young. Young has the ball on the top of the key. Waits for some help. He has Jay. Oh, Jay makes a nasty pass to Marty Johnson. Marty Johnson with the three. 85-42 in favor of Morgantown. Johnson has the ball. Comes across court. Passes over in the corner to Chandler. Chandler drives. Back to Johnson. Up top to Caprino. Caprino with a three. Caprino makes the three. Argie Caprino with his first three-pointer of the night. Over to Young. Young has the ball, gets it up top to King. King passes over to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury inside to Marty Johnson. He doesn't like it, but he sees Savage, but it's blocked by Chandler. Coming into the game for the Morgantown Mohegans is number 2, Everett. Coming into the game for the Huntington Highlanders will be number 13, Isaiah Lapsley. And number 10, Daniel Price. Morgantown gets the ball in. Up top, King. Everett gets the possession. Everett gets it. Dribbles around. Back up to Young. Young looks to see what he has. He has Marty Johnson crushing inside with the cutter for 2 points. 87-45. 5:07 to go in this game. Lapsley with the ball. Passes over to Clark. Clark back to Wilson. Wilson gets fouled by, it looks like Savage. Coming to the game for Morgantown will be Max Fry and Waylon Kalistra. Coming out of the game is Sharon Young and Brady Savage. Harris has the ball. Lapsley shoots from the foul line, no good. Tries to get the rebound against Daniel Price, but doesn't get it. Off the hands of Max Fry. Stays here with Huntington Highlanders. .440 to go in the quarter. Johnson has the ball. Johnson tries to make a move on King. Has nothing. Passes over Clark. Clark goes up. Shots no good. Johnson with the rebound. Tries to drive. Passes out to Everett. Everett to King. King to has the ball. Looks to shoot. He says let's pull it out. Holds the ball for a second. Gets the ball to Margie Johnson. Margie Johnson gets the ball to Everett. Everett drives. Goes up. Basket is good. 89-45 in favor of Morgantown. Lapsley with the ball. He drives. He pumps fakes. Gives it over. Pumps fakes to Johnson. Pump fakes. Back to Clark. Clark takes a three. It's up. No good. Rebound. Margie Johnson. Margie Johnson's fighting with a defender from Huntington, which would be Daniel Price. Coming into the game for Huntington is Max Brohan. Coming into the game for Huntington High is number 4, Marcus Goins, and number 10, Jay Shrewsbury. 3:48 to go. I think that will be the last you will see of Izzy Everett and Sharon Young for Morgantown. Everett up top, over in the corner to Kalisha. Kalisha inside to Shrewsbury, but he's fouled before he gets to take it to the bucket. Coming to the game, number 0, Akir Johnson. Looks like we're going to have a timeout in the game. Huntington High, it's a full timeout, and we'll take it with here on the Greenbrier Channel Network. And we are back. 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 89-45 in favor of Morgantown. Looks like Morgantown will be the 2024 battle for the Springhouse Boys Division champions, while the runners-up will be Huntington. Coach Tallman for Morgantown has made substitutions, but his bench is very limited. He only brought 9 players with him, so it looks like he is playing everybody he can play, even though the score is out of reach. Max Fry inside to Johnson. Johnson over to Akir Johnson. Akir goes up. Buckets. 2 points for Akir. 91-45. Lapsley with the ball over to the top to Johnson. Back to Lapsley. Lapsley back to Johnson. Johnson over in the corner to Clark. Clark back up to Johnson. Johnson dribbles over to Lapsley. Lapsley over to Clark. Clark for 3 in the corner. It's good. 91-48 in favor of Morgantown. Johnson has the ball. Passes over to the right elbow to Fry. Fry passes it inside to Goins. Goins passes it to Kalisha back up top to Johnson. Over to Akir Johnson. He dribbles around. Passes it to Fry. Fry's up top with it. Fry's, they're trying to get a foul call, and it doesn't look like the ref was going to call it. Coming back into the game, number 33, Tavion Clark. Morgan Johnson looks to bring the ball in for the Mohegans. Gets inside to Akir. Akir Johnson backs up. Max Brohan goes up and shoots and scores. Number 13, Isaiah Lapsley with the ball. Passes over Clark. Back to Lapsley. Lapsley inside. And buckets by Tavion Wilson. He gets 2 and is going to the charity line to finish. 2:20 to go in this game. 93-50 in favor of Morgantown. Basket up, no good. Rebound Margie Johnson. Johnson with the ball, dribbling around up top, passes it over, looks like to Fry. Passes it back to Akir. Back to Margie Johnson. Margie spins. Akir Johnson with the ball. He looks to shoot the three, but he doesn't. But he drives inside. Big body is what he's saying he's going to do, but no. Passes out to Margie Johnson. Margie on the elbow. Drives in. Gets blocked by Mikey Johnson. Mikey drives. Mikey's making an approach to make this basket, and he does, and it is in there. Mikey Johnson, impressive player for Huntington High. Takes it coast to coast for the shot. Gains the foul. Goes to the line for a charity strike. 1:41 to go. Huntington is not backing down, even though they are down 93-52. They are still playing. Johnson with the ball in. Fry over to Margie Johnson. Margie Johnson brings the ball to the top of the key. Getting pressure by Lapsley. Passes it over to Goins. Goins passes it to Kalistra. Back to Fry. Fry in the corner. 4-3 in there. 96-53. Clark with the ball. He's driving across court. Clark gets it over to Johnson. Johnson 4-3. No good. Rebound in favor of Tavion Wilson. Wilson over to Max. Brohan. Brohan goes out. 2 points by Max. Margie Johnson has the ball. He's getting a little bit of pressure and getting a little body, but gets it across court. Fry takes it to the hoop. Oh, but he makes a play to Akir Johnson. What an impressive play from Fry to Akir Johnson. Isaiah Lapsley has the ball, dribbling the ball up the court. 44 seconds left in this contest, 98-55. Looks like the Isaiah Lapsley was trying to get the ball over to Jaden Clark. Jaden drives, gets fouled with 34 seconds left on the clock. Mikey Johnson has the ball up at the top of the key. Looks like if they'll let him, he'll just dribble it out at the top of the key. Mikey's just sitting there dribbling the ball out. Looks like here in a few seconds they're calling a play. They're saying 1. 16 seconds left on the clock. Over to Lapsley. Lapsley tries to drive. He passes it up to Tavion Wilson. Wilson scores. 8 seconds left on the clock. 6 seconds left on the clock. 4 seconds left on the clock, and they're just going to run this game out and with your final score, 98-57. Morgantown High will be your 2024 Battle for the Springhouse champions. Runners-up for this year is Huntington High. Thank you for tuning in to the Greenbrier Valley channel for this broadcast. Next up will be Cam Huffman with the girls' championship game, which will involve the North Marion Lady Huskies versus the Logan Lady Wildcats. For the Greenbrier Valley channel and John Smith. So long, everybody.
Congratulations to Morgantown High for capturing the Battle of the Springhouse Championship. And to Huntington High for a fantastic tournament. The Battle for the Springhouse is committed to providing wonderful opportunities for growth and development to high school students across West Virginia. One of the ways it assists is by providing scholarships to one senior member of each basketball team and each cheerleading squad that participates in the tournament to use toward furthering their education after high school. Tonight's game features 2 recipients. From the Huntington boys basketball team, Michael Johnson. And from the Morgantown boys basketball team, Jacob King. And now let's present the battle for the Springhouse Championship Trophy to Morgantown High School. The Greenbrier sincerely thanks you for attending today's game and encourages you to enjoy all there is to offer at America's Resort. We ask you that you begin exiting the arena as we prepare.
America's Resort, the Greenbrier. It's battle for the Springhouse. Battle for the Springhouse. Battle for the Springhouse. Battle for the Springhouse.
Bonner right down the lane, jams it home. Wow, Greenbrier gets it back and scores to tie the game.
Long three-pointer up and in.
In off the glass and scores. Three-pointer is good. Wow, what a shot. He open for a three.
Oh my goodness.
Got a tie game again. Just a big block on the other end. Got open again. Fires a three. Hits it. Another big three for the win.
Oh man, what a play.
3, 2, 1. Spartan victory. The Spartans survive.
This one is going to be special.